friends, myself Khushbu Kapoor. Welcome to my channel Mission 100. Friend, today I have chosen the topic to write the chemical formula of ionic compounds from class 9th. In my previous video of class 9th, I had promised you that I will tell you how to write the formula, and in that I have already explained you about the ions, cation and anion. So with the help of those cations and anions, I will tell you how to write the formulas. So without wasting any time, let's get back to it. So my today's topic is how to write the chemical formula for the ionic compounds. So in order to explain this, there are few rules for this. And then I'm going to tell you the rule. That is, rule number 1 is, first write the symbol of cation followed by its charge, and then write anion with its charge. With a small example, I will let you know. After that, rule number 2, suppose if the species which are given there, it is a polyatomic ion. Polyatomic means which are having many atoms, like phosphate. Then what we are supposed to do is, suppose if we are having the phosphate like PO4 and its charge is -3. So just put a small bracket in order to write this. Fine. And further, if rule number 3, if the superscript 1 is given, then no need to write. Fine. No need to write in the final formula. And if required, then you can divide it by a common factor, which I am going to tell you in my upcoming examples. So this can be explained in the form of a small trick also, that is, species which normally lose the electrons, the electropositive, we can say, the species which are losing the electrons, they normally have the positive charge. So the positively charged species will be written first, and then they are later followed by the negative charge. Fine. Then rule number 4, whatever be the charge of cation and anion, they will crisscross. Means the charge of the cation will be taken away by the anion, and the charge of the anion will be taken away by the cation. Means if the suppose I am going to tell you the example, simple example, then the sodium is there, which is having the charge of +1, that is also the valency called, and the chlorine is having the charge of -1. So in that case, sodium will take away the charge of chlorine, and chlorine will take away the charge of sodium. Positive and negative will not be there, it will be cancelled out, and the final formula will be NaCl. I had already told you that no need to write 1 there, fine, in the final formula. So the formula for the sodium chloride will be NaCl. So there are many more examples which I am going to tell you in my coming lecture. Fine. Let's see. Yesterday I had in my previous video I had already told you about the monovalent, divalent and trivalent species, either in the form of a cation or the anion. And from there I am going to take the few examples, and with that I am going to tell you how to make the formula. So let's start with a simple one. Suppose I am taking calcium, and here I am taking sulfate. It's a polyatomic ion. And this calcium, this is the this is normal the divalent, because it is having the charge of +2. So calcium is having the charge of +2. Sulfate is there. Sulfate will have the charge of -2. Fine. And both will cross each other. Fine. Plus minus 2 se 2 cancel. That means whatever is there, try to multiply or divide it by a common factor. Fine. Simplify it, and the final formula will become CaSO4. Fine. Moving to the further examples of sodium. If I am having sodium, and here the same one, sulfate I am taking here, it is sulfate, then the sodium will be having the charge of +1, sulfate is having the charge of -2, and when we are going to crisscross the valencies, that is the charges, and the final Na, this is 2SO4. This doesn't make any sense, because here it is the polyatomic ion. SO4 means 4 is not the valency here. Fine. So the formula for the sulfate is SO4. So for the whole you are supposed to write it. Fine. So the formula for the sodium sulfate will be Na2SO4. Furthermore examples are there. If I am going to take the examples of aluminium and chlorine. Fine. So aluminium will be having the charge of +3, chlorine will be having the charge of -1. They will AlCl3. Al1, so 1 I have already told you that no need to write 1 there, and Cl will be having 3. So AlCl3. Further, moving further, I am going to tell you about the ammonium. Ammonium, you all know very well, it is a monovalent cation, NH4 positive. Fine. So here I am going to write charge of +1. We can take anyone, sulfate, SO4 -2 multiply crisscross. The formula will become NH4 whole twice SO4. Why I am making this? See, because already 4 is there. So if some common multiple factor is there, then put a bracket before that polyatomic ion and write the valency of the opposite species, that is of the sulfate here, and the sulfate SO4 will be having the charge of +1. So +1 is no need to write. So the formula for the ammonium sulfate will be NH4 whole twice SO4. Few other examples I am going to tell you. We can take any example of sulfate, phosphate, carbonate, anything. By this rule only, suppose we are having potassium and we are having phosphate. Fine, potassium is having the charge of +1, potassium phosphate will have the charge of -3. Multiply K3PO4, potassium phosphate. Furthermore, magnesium carbonate. Magnesium will be having the valency of +2. Carbonate is having the valency of -2. The formula will become MgCO3. Fine. Further examples, there are so many examples. I will let you know more. Sodium carbonate. So I am taking about zinc. Okay, zinc phosphate. Fine. This is sodium +1. This is carbonate -2. Once again zinc +2. It is a divalent ion. Phosphate -3. Then trivalent anion. See, you are going to crisscross. Only what you are supposed to do is just remember the charge, and then you can crisscross their valencies. That's it. It's very simple. Na2CO3. This is the basic, what you can say, the starting. This is the basic rules, because without this there will be no chemistry. If you don't know how to write the formulas for the particular ionic compounds, how you are going to study further? Fine. So in order to understand these formulas, you have to know, you should know what is ion, then what is cation, what is anion, and how we can make up formulas with the help of those cations and anions. So two things are needed. First, you should know about the charges, and the second, just concentrate. What you are supposed to do is crisscross their charges. That's it. And the metal which are normally, or the species, you can say, not metal, the species which have a tendency to lose the electron will be written first, and the species which will gain the electrons will be written after that. Means left hand side you are going to write the electropositive element, and the right hand side you are supposed to write the electronegative element. And in that case, see, Zn3PO4 whole twice. This is zinc. Zinc will take the valency of the phosphate, and phosphate will take the valency of zinc. So I have made the formula in a phosphate because it's a polyatomic ion, and so I had written this in a bracket. So if you have further any queries, then please do write in the comment section, and I hope this video, with this help, you are able to write further more formulas. And please like, subscribe. I need your support, please students, and thank you for watching.